All right. So today is May the 3rd, and we are continuing with this project on vibe coding our way to $1 million account. So where we at so far is we had SSH Whisper um analyzing some of the strategies and building the EAs off of that. One thing I did realize is with the scanners, we had an issue with the scanner. Not because the scanner was a problem, is when the scanner finished the scan and it output the result was a bit vague. So it was just saying above or far below. But on the scanner itself, the scanner know what value it was actually using when doing the research. So we just need to adjust the scanner so the entry and exit criteria that is being used by the scanner is clear enough, so when SSH Whisper reads the file, it would actually understand what the proper entry and exit levels are. So that is where we are at today. So all right, so let us get started by updating the scanner for what we spoke about, and you are live on YouTube.
Got it. Let me make sure I have the requirements locked before we start coding. What the scanner needs to output. For every pattern discovered, instead of just the pattern name, it needs to capture and output the exact numerical parameters used during backtesting. One, exact thresholds for each feature. Like instead of close far below EMA 200, output close EMA 200, 2.0, ATR 14. 2. Entry time. Is it next bar open, current bar closed, or something else? 3. Exit time. Same clarity. 4. All numerical constants used. ATR multipliers, RSI thresholds, percentage ranges, etc. Where does this live in the output? In the CSV results and HTML report, add a new column like entry logic exact or strategy rules exact that spells out the exact conditions in plain English or pseudocode that SSH Whisper can directly translate to MQL5. Is that the right direction, or do you want to approach it differently? And real quick, you're live on YouTube right now. Should we do this on stream, or do you want to cut and come back when we're ready to build?
No, we actually building live on stream right now, so you could say hi to the YouTube audience. But let me answer those questions. So yes, we need to have an exact numerical value for every candidate that is being found. We need to know exactly what it was. We could create a new column for the exact entry and the exact exit that were used, and also for entry timing, we always have to enter at the start of the next bar. So we wait for a bar to close. If the signal was generated on that bar, we enter at the open of the following bar.
Hey YouTube, Curtis here with Claude. We're live building the fix to the scanner that's going to make your strategy discovery actually match your backtest results. Here's what we're locking. The scanner is currently outputting vague pattern names, close far below EMA 200. That's useless for building an EA because far below means different things to different people. We need exact numerical values. So we're adding to the CSV output. 1. New column, entry condition. The exact mathematical condition, like close, EMA 200, 2.0, ATR 14, or close, open, or ATR 14, 0.8, 2. New column, exit condition, exact exit logic, like close, entry price plus ATR 14, R target, or bar count, window candles 3, entry timing is 1. Signal bar closes. You enter at the yacht shoulder, open of the next bar. No ambiguity. That way, when SSH Whisper reads Strat 027, it sees the exact mathematical entry exit, not an interpretation. The EA builds with those exact numbers, and the backtest results match. Should we start by identifying which features need numerical values, or jump straight into the code?
Yeah, vibe coding actually going pretty good. I built this terminal here that actually initially it started just as a tool to help me deploy my website, but at the moment it could do a lot of things. It is building EAs from scratch right now once we do the research on it. All right, so the whole idea with what I'm doing is I built a scanner so I could just tell at the moment I could just say run the scanner, and what it would actually do, it would if I have any files in the correct spot, it will get her up and running. But we have a problem with the scanner itself. The scanner itself isn't outputting exact entry and exits. So we actually adjusting the scanner right now to cater for that, so SSH Whisper could understand exactly what the entries and exits that were used are. All right. No numerical value needed. Bullish bearish close. Inside bar. Something like that, but it doesn't I mean, at the moment it cannot talk. We actually took back the voice from it and we'll add it back later, but I mean, technically, yes, I could show you what it does. So I have, this is on a separate machine. So what this does, it pulls up this panel, a Python panel, and it takes the first CSV here in numerical order. Well, not there. Yeah, in trading. Right, so it takes the first CSV and the Python script it runs through, and it does like exploration to find strategies. So it's not strategies that we may think about, and it will find combinations, and then it will output a document like this that I could go through with SSH Whisper to find the best strategies, and it would output the results, and then like an equity curve, list all the trades that it took and all of that. So that is how that works. So that is what we're working on right now. All right. These are all the days happening here. So. Right. So the problem I was having is, even though Python did the backtest and the backtest came out successful, if any of these were actually part of the strategy, it didn't output a clear indicator of what the actual numbers were during the exploration test. So this is what we're trying to address right now. So right now is a combination of Claude um, and my own agent here that does most of the work. So once we get that done, we could drop this back on the VPS and actually have some scans done. So these is the kind of once it go through and does the exploration, it would come back and give the strategy here. But we are trying to clean up this section here and make it a bit more descriptive. So SSH Whisper doesn't have to guess when building the algo itself. Strategy 35. right, so scanner updated. What was that? All right, so there's a problem. The directory is off on um, so Oh, maybe the daily time frame was different. Oh, come on. I'm coming, I'm coming. All right, I would be back. Need to update the scanner so it will be able to do the correct thing when needed. I will be back. Oh, we are back. All right, so the problem we was getting just now was the scanner itself had to be adjusted to see if we could scan any CSV data that doesn't have a time column. Right, so we delete that. All right, so the scanner on the VPS is scanning. So what I need to do now is I need to replace the scanner here. Right, so the scanner updated on the VPS and everywhere else. So let us see if the scanner would actually work now. We have the Euro USD on the H1. So all right, so the scanner up and running. So what does that actually do now? It would go into exploration mode. It will actually pull all the CSV data from the Euro USD on the H1 time frame. It would run through 75 passes to find any valid trades for singles, which is like just one of the features. We have 75 features in total. And then it would do doubles, so that would bring it to 2,770 something combinations. And when it finishes the scan, it will output a file like this that shows the findings that we could then review, see what works. SSH Whisper would review it, and then once we find a strategy that works, I just need to tell it to build the MQL5 code. It will build the code, save it to my trading terminal folder, compile it. So once I open the MetaTrader, it will have the finish EA inside there, just ready to test. So this is how I am streamlining my algo situation at the moment. One second. All right, so yeah, so this is where we at. So we have this scan running, we have another scan running on the VPS. So it looked like that scan was just completed. All right, so this is the scan that was just completed. And these are the strategies that it found. Now, I will say there is an issue, and this is what we were doing today, is when it finds the strategy, the description here is a bit vague. So when SSH Whisper has to write it into code, there was some confusion. So we updated the scanner to have a more descriptive example for all these strategies that it actually run and what the numerical values are. So we get exact numbers. So even though we find these findings and the findings of the next one will be the exact same thing, we need to rerun it again with the new scanner in order to get the proper description. All right, so what symbols we have here? We have because we're rerunning everything, I could actually pull these back out. So just the CSV and there's these two main CSVs. So I could get rid of this. And instead of telling SSH Whisper to run the scanner, I could just pull up PowerShell and do I need to update? Oh, didn't update the scanner. What are you looking at? All right, so the problem was the original scanner looks for the part on my PC, which is not the part on this PC. So we need to update the scanner itself with this new part. So All right, so we're scanning the H12 on the Aussie NAS. So that's fine. We are scanning the Aussie card on the daily time frame here. And on the VPS, we are scanning the Aussie card on the 12-hour time frame. All right, so it's just a waiting game right now, just to wait for all these scans to be completed. All right, so apart from the features we have right now, we up to 75. Um, I'm thinking how we could expand this.
Smart. You're thinking bigger picture, not just
Oh, I think now the same problem as before. The neighbor is playing a lot of music, so you probably heard that.
Yeah, I caught some music in the background. No worries. What were you saying about expanding the scanner? You cut off at, I'm thinking to expand this.
Yeah, I'm thinking we could expand the scanner and go from 75 features to add some more features that would make it a bit more robust. Some more indicators, different combinations of indicators, and so on.
That's the right move. 81 features, 57 binary plus 24 calculated is solid, but you can go deeper. What new indicators or combinations are you thinking? Things like MXD, trend plus momentum crossovers, stochastic, overbought, oversold at different time frames, Bollinger Bands, mean reversion, breakout setups, volume based. If you have volume data, spike detection, volume trend, multiple time frame confluence. Does H1 trend align with H4? Support, resistance levels, price proximity to swing highs, lows, divergence detection. Price makes new high, but momentum doesn't. Or are you thinking more like combinations of existing indicators, like RSI overbought and price above 200 EMA and inside bar type triplet combinations? What direction feels most valuable to you?
I don't know if I want to go to triplet. We still have the triplet feature, but for now we'd still be doing pairs. But yeah, having combinations of different indicators as well, to see if we could come up with something.
Perfect. Stay with singles plus pairs, but beef up the feature library so pairs have more diverse material to combine. So instead of adding triplets, which explodes the combinations, you add new single features that are themselves combinations of indicators like RSI overbought and above EMA 200, overbought in uptrend, price above buy upper, Bollinger Band breakout, MACD to bullish crossover, MACD histogram flip positive, stock oversold in downtrend, double confirmation, volume spike with breakout, vol confirmation. Each one is a 5 single binary feature, so pairs can mix them freely. You end up with richer pattern discovery without the triplet explosion. Quick question before we expand. Do you have volume data in your MT5 and 5 CSVs? Because volume-based features need that. And do you want multi-time frame confluence, checking if a signal on H4 aligns with H1 trend, or stick to single time frame analysis for now?
We'd stick to single time frame analysis, and at the moment when you download a CSV, I don't get volume, so we would need to skip volume at this time.
Got it. Single time frame, no volume. So we're adding indicator combinations without multi-TF or volume complexity. Here's what I'm thinking to add. MACD based. Now, MACD bullish crossover. MACD line crosses above signal line. MACD bearish crossover. MACD line crosses below signal line. MACD above zero. Histogram positive, bullish momentum. MACD below zero. Histogram negative, bearish momentum. Use stochastic. K at D2 cent, overbought, oversold. Stock cottage, oversold. K 20. Stock overbought. K 80. Stock bullish shy crossover. K crosses above D. Stock bearish crossover. K crosses below D. Bollinger Bands. Price above the upper. Breakout up. Price below the lower. Breakout down. Price near BB, the middle. Mean reversion setup. BB bandwidth expanding. Volatility expanding. B bound bandwidth contracting. Volatility contracting. Indicator combos. Pre-mixed singles. RSI overbought and above 200 EMA. Overbought and strong uptrend. RSI oversold and below 200 EMA. Oversold and strong downtrend. MAX to positive and RSI above 50. Bullish confluence. MAXD negative and RSI below 50. Bearish confluence. Price above BB and RSI is overbought. Continuation risk. Price below BB and RSI oversold. Bounce setup. That's roughly 20-25 new features on top of the 81 you have. Takes the total to a 100, 105. Does that direction feel right, or do you want to focus on specific indicators?
All right, so that is fine, but a couple things we need to remember. We can't have something that says near. So if we do Bollinger Band and we just say near middle, that runs into the same issue we had before. So we need to take a note of that. We need an actual solid way to measure it.
Absolutely right. Near is vague and causes drift. Same problem we just fixed with V6.1. So instead of price near, BB middle, we need exact thresholds. Bollinger Bands, exact definitions. Price above, BB upper, close. SMA 20 plus 2XST dev, clear. Price below, BB lower, close. SMA 20, 2XSD dev, clear. Price within BB bands. SMA 20, 2XSD dev, close. SMA 20 plus 2XSD dev, exact. Price in upper half B, close. SMA 20 exact, above middle. Price in lower half B, close. SMA 20 exact, below middle. Price distance from BB upper, close. Upper band, lower band. Bucket this into ranges 0.2, 0.1, 0.2, near, 0.05, 0.1, 0.05. Same with all the new indicators. Every threshold gets a formula output. No near, no close to, no adjectives, pure math. Should I go through all sort of 20, 25 new features and lock in exact thresholds before we code them, or start building and we lock them as we go?
We need to finalize things like what is considered RSI overbought. What would be the overbought value? What would be the oversold value? We need to settle on some of those.
Good call. Let's lock these in before we code. These are the standard thresholds, but we can tweak if you want. RSI thresholds, currently in Scanner. RSI OB70, RSI or OS 730. Overbought, dual is 70, standard. Oversold, 30, standard. Neutral zone, 30 to 70, strong bullish. 50, strong bearish. 50. Should we keep 70-30 or adjust? Some traders use 80-20 for stricter signals. What feels right to you? Stochastic K-et descent needs two thresholds. Overbought K 80 standard, oversold K 20 standard. Bollinger Bands standard. 20 period SMA 2 STD dev D. Upper band SMA 20 plus 2x SD dev. Lower band SMA 20 2x SD dev. Middle SMA 20. MACD standard periods 12, 26, 9. MACD line EMA 12, EMA 26 signal line, EMA 9 of MACD. Histogram MACD signal. Crossover definitions. Bullish crossover, this bar's value. Threshold and prior bar's value, threshold. Bearish crossover, this bar's value. Threshold and prior bar's value, threshold. Lock these in or adjust any.
All right, so we could lock these in, but something that we need to also consider. So even though RSI is 80 and 20 or 70 and 30, we need to also consider the RSI period value. At the moment, my low-key EA, we use a period of 2 and a value of 5 and 95, I believe, and that works. So we don't need to scan for every single variation, but we need to have incremental values that we could cycle through in order to test a wider range than just the base values.
Smart. So instead of hard coding one RSI period of 14 and one overbought threshold 70, we scan multiple periods and multiple thresholds simultaneously, like RSI periods to test 2, 5, 9, 14, 21. Your Loki uses 2, Scanner currently uses 14. RSI overbought thresholds 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. RSI oversold thresholds 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then the scanner tests all combinations. RSI 2, 90 RSI 5, 80 RSI 14, 70, etc. That way you discover which RSI period plus threshold combo actually works on a given pair time frame, instead of assuming period 14 is universal. Same approach for stochastic KD periods and Bollinger Bands, period TD dev multiplier. Test ranges instead of single fixed values. The question, for each new indicator, what ranges do you want to test? RSI, periods 2, 5, 9, 14, 21, and OBOS thresholds 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Stochastic, K period 5, 9, 14, D period 3, 5, OB 70, 80, OS 20, 30. Bollinger Bands, period 10, 20, 50, state dev 1.5, 2.0, 2.5, or different ranges?
Let's not make it too tight. We could have a range that would cover, so any value that could scale all the way up to 100, we will test at 10 intervals. For smaller numbers, for stuff like RSI, we could use Fibonacci, do the Fibonacci sequence until we get to 21. And yeah, I think we could lock in some of that, test it, see how the scanner reacts, and then we could always adjust from there.
Smart approach. Use Fibonacci for smaller numbers, gives you natural spacing. Then test at 10 interval steps for larger ranges. So RSI, periods, Fibonacci up to 21 equals 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. Dedupe the ones, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. Overbought, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oversold, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Stochastic, decay period, Fibonacci 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. D period, Fibonacci 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. Overbought 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oversold 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Bollinger Bands, period, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 10 interval steps up to 50. Then Fibonacci could go 10, 13, 21, 34, 55 if needed. STDev 0.5, 1.0, 1.5, 2.0, 2.5, 3.0, 0.5 interval steps. MACD. Fast EMA, Fibonacci 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. Slow EMA, Fibonacci 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55. Signal period 3, 5, 9, 13. Does that structure lock in or want different ranges?
No, that sounds good. I jump into text mode, we'll update the scanner, and then we'll go from there.
Perfect. Let me jump to text mode and we'll systematically add all these new indicators with their Fibonacci period ranges and threshold sweeps to the scanner. I'll build out the MACD, stochastic, Bollinger Bands calculations, then create the binary features for each combo with exact formulas. So SH Whisper has zero ambiguity when building EAs. Ready when you are. Send over your final threshold specs, RSI ranges, stochastic ranges, BB ranges, and we'll lock it in.
Oh, yeah, there's a serious concern with those numbers. We need to reduce it a bit because then we'd be scanning for days.
Right. Let's go. Option 2. Reduced but meaningful sweeps. RSI. Periods. 2, 5, 14. Your low P uses 2. Swing traders use 5. Standard is 14. Overbought. 70, 80. Oversold. 20, 30. Total. 3 substitute pretty to X. 12 RSI features. Stochastic. K period. 5, 14. Fast and standard. D period. 3, 5. Signal smoothing. Overbought, so 70, 80. Oversold, E, 20, 30. Total. 2 less 2, P, U. 16 stochastic features. Bollinger Bands. Period. 10, 20, 50. Tight standard, loose. Steve Dev. 1.5, 2.0. Tighter standard. Total. 3, what 2 each use. 6. BB position features. Above, upper, below, lower, in upper half, in lower half, expanding, contracting. Max D. Top PL. Standard. 12, 26, 9. Only. No sweep. Tests for bullish crossover, bearish crossover, histogram positive, histogram negative. Total 4 MXD features. Indicator combos, pre-mixed. RSI 2. Overbought plus above EMA 200. RSI 2. Oversold plus below EMA 200. Stuck 5003. Oversold plus below EMA 200. MACD positive plus RSI 50. MACD negative plus RSI 50. Total 5 combo features. Grand total 12 plus 16 plus 6 plus 4 plus 5 equals 43 new features. Scanner goes from 81 to 124 features. Pairs scan goes from 3,300 to 7,600 combinations. Runtime may be 2-3x longer per CSV, still manageable in 2-4 hours depending on data size. Does that scope feel right?
Yeah, I think that is fine, especially since we're scanning on our VPS and we're going to spin up some additional VPS for exploration scanning, so that is fine.
Perfect. 124 features, the 7,600 pair combinations, 2 to 4 hours per CSV on the VPS is totally reasonable. You spin up extra VPSs for parallel scanning, they all run overnight, you wake up to results. All right, let me build this out. I'm going to 1. Add the indicator calculations. MACD, stochastic, Bollinger Bands with the reduced period sweeps 2. Build all 43 new binary features with exact formulas, no vagueness 3. Add 3 new formula dictionaries for the thresholds so SSH Whisper sees the math, not the names. Update the CSV columns to include the new formula outputs 5. Test on a small data set to make sure it runs without hanging. Start coding now. This will take a bit, but once it's done, you've got a genuinely robust discovery engine. Ready?
All right, so that is the update to the scanner. There we go in, and the scanner is actually this panel you see at the bottom here. So what the scanner does is it actually takes raw CSV data and it explores and finds combination, not strategies that are just floating around on the internet right now, but it actually discovers new patterns, and then it outputs a document like this for me to view, so I could see the returns, the drawdown, and gives an equity curve to see how it would perform over time. So this is what we're currently building for trading. once we do have the new update for the scanner, I will be placing this in my Discord under research. So if anyone who is on the stream wants to kind of take a look at the document, you will not get the EAs, but you would get the raw document here with the strategies that were found. At the moment, this here is a bit vague, which is one of the updates we did this morning to actually have a clearer description. And this was really so SSH Whisper, which is this, could actually code the bots without having to guess on some of the numbers. So I will be replacing the HTML files on Discord with the new ones. So it will be a bit clearer to read. All right. So we have a bit again for this scan to finish. We see what the VPS doing. So the VPS already in pairs and found 31 candidates. Still has quite a bit to do, 300 out of 2775. And the other PC is at 2 candidates, 100 out of 2775. So we are all chugging away. Right, scanner done. Oh, you know what we didn't think about? So we looked at different entry setups, but we didn't consider any exits. Like, we didn't consider variations for exits.
You're right. We locked in the
Yeah, go ahead. That was background music.
You're absolutely right. We spec exact entry formulas, but the exits are still hard-coded. Stop loss, always 1.0x ATR. Take profit, always R target X ATR. Time exit, always close after window candles bars, but different strategies might benefit from different exit logic, like stop loss variations. 1.sus X ATR, current, 0.5x ATR, tight for scalps. 1.5x ATR, loose for swing trades. 2.0x ATR, very loose. Take profit variations. Fixed RR multiple, current from 0.5x to 5.0x ATR. Trailing stop, exit if price reverses by X ATR. Chandelier exit, exit on ATR-based trailing high low. Time-based TP, exit at specific profit percent regardless of ATR. Time exit variations. Vol, fixed candle count. Current, 3, 6, 12 candles. Trailing time, exit after X bars of no progress. Session-based, exit at end of NY session, London close, etc. The question is, do we want to test all combinations of entry plus all combinations of exits, or just a few proven exit patterns? Because adding exit sweeps could explode the combinations back to days per CSV territory. What exit variations matter most to you?
Yeah, you're right. We don't need to explore every single variation of exits, but we could pick a couple. So, for example, when it comes to ATR exits, we could definitely leave out like 0.5. For my trading style, I normally trade forward time frame onwards, so not really looking at scalping. Um, we don't need to go to ATR as far as 5. That may be a bit of a stretch. So we could look to cut that back a bit.
Got it. So for ITR-based stop loss, instead of testing 0.5, 1.0, 1.5, 2.0, we focus on your swing position trading style. SL multipliers, 1.0, 1.5, 2.0. No scalp territory, 0.5. No extreme stretch, 2.5 plus. TP multipliers, 1.0, 1.5, 2.0, 2.5, 3.0. Tighten from the current 0.5, 5.0 to avoid the extremes. Time exit candles, 6, 12. Drop the aggressive 3-candle close. Keep the medium and longer hold times. And for the one exit variations, you want to explore alongside ATR. Trailing stop. Should we test a simple exit if price moves X-Acher against you from entry, like a hard reverse? Chandelier exit. Exit on a trailing high for longs, or trailing low for shorts, based on ATR. Or just stick with a system SL, TP, time exit, and keep exploring those 3 dimensions thoroughly? What feels right?
Yeah, we could definitely incorporate the chandelier exit. Trailing stop by ATR, we probably don't need to do that one 100%. Time exit, yes, we could consider time exit.
Perfect. So 3 exit types to test. 1. ATR stop loss plus ATR take profit. Current approach. SL 1.0, 1.5, 2.0 X ATR below entry. TP 1.0, 1.5, 2.0, 2.5, 3.0 X ATR above entry. Time exit 6, 12. Candles if neither hits, or 2. Trailing stop by ATR, chandelier style. Entry standard, exit. Whichever hits first. Trailing high for longs. Highest price since entry minus 0.5, 1.0, 1.5 ATR. Trailing low for shorts. Lowest price since entry plus 0.5, 1.0, 1.5x ATR. Time exit 6, 12. Candles 3. Time-based exit, fixed hold. Entry standard. Exit close after 3, 6, 12. Candles regardless of P&L. This tests, does this pattern work better as a fixed duration scalp versus waiting for TP-SL? Total combinations. Type 1, 3SL X5 TP X2 time equals 30. Exit combos. Type 2, 3 trailing x2 time equals 6 exit combos. Type 3, 3 time equals 3 exit combos. With 39 exit variations per pattern, that's still manageable. Multiplies the runtime by maybe 2 to 3x, but nowhere near explosion territory. Lock that in.
Strat 28. Single candle close return. Really? It's a long update. Whew, this is a long build, boy. So, This is crazy findings. Like, how we never noticed this before. Every time Monday comes, the statistical possibility of it going up is always higher. This is insane. Alright. I'll close this last and open. All right. Another thing to take a note of that we just adjusted to the trading research workflow file. When a symbol has a plus is because the broker identifies it as raw spreads. So we are removing that from the folder as well as the file structure when saving the actual EA after it's built.
Got it. So when you download CSV data from the broker and the file name has a plus in it, like EURUSD plus H4.CSV, that plus signals raw spread data, the broker's way of marking it. You're now stripping that plus from both the file name and the folder structure when the scanner processes it, so the output is clean without the marker. So instead of scanner creating a folder called EURUSD plus H4, it creates EURUSD H4. Same for the results files inside. No plus anywhere in the output structure. That's a cleaner final deliverable for SSH Whisper and the EA builder. No noise in the naming. Just
Well,
the symbol.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. So I don't want to go back and edit the scanner to change all of that. So what I did, I told SSH Whisper to make a note in its own memory that when it comes across the plus, to ignore it when it is actually building the EA. So when it builds the EA and creates the folder, it doesn't include the plus at all.
Smart move. Let SSH Whisper handle the cleanup at the EA build stage rather than refactoring the scanner. So the scanner output still has the plus in file names and folder names, but when SSH Whisper reads those results and builds the actual EA, it strips the plus from the symbol name, the folder structure, and the EA file itself. That way the scanner doesn't change. The CSV results stay as is for reference/debugging, but the final deliverable, the MQL5 file and its MT5 experts folder, is clean without the plus source marker. Noted. That's a pragmatic call. Less code to touch in the scanner. SSH Whisper handles the standardization at handoff.
All right, sounds about right. So we are good to go there for now for the scanner, I believe. Anything else that we need to consider to update?
Let me do a final checklist against everything we locked in. Scanner V6.3 locked. Some entry formulas. Exact math, no vagueness. Exit logic with 3 types. TPSL, trail, fixed. Indicator settings, exact periods and thresholds. Discovery floor, 15% max DD, 25% min return, 2.0x PDD, 150 plus samples, 130 features, 81 original plus 49 new, RSI sweep, stochastic, Bollinger, MACD combos. Self-looping for queue processing, scanner processes next CSV after rest. Complete with error, no results markers for polling. Daily time frame support, no time column issue. Exact SLTP trail multipliers for finding. Momentum acceleration label clarity. SH Whisper handling the description update locally. Trading skill, V2.0, locked. Autonomous loop with 60-minute polling. auto-built criteria, PDD, 3.0x, sample size, 150, unique patterns, top 4, error folder, renaming, 001, 0002 prefixes for visibility. No strategies built, Ultra Excel. Marker, when nothing qualifies. Position sizing, 0.01 per $500 configurable. External API queuing, perplexity, flux, etc. What's not in scope, but noted. Multi-timeframe confluence, single TF only for now. Volume-based features, no volume in your CSVs. Triplets, disabled can enable later for deep runs. Automated MT55 backtest validation, manual review in MT5 for now. One question before we call it. Do you want the scanner to automatically detect and skip the plus in file names when it's creating the output folder, or leave that entirely to SSH Whisper at EA build time? Right now it's the latter. Scanner outputs, EURUSD/H4 results, CSV, SSH Whisper strips it. That's fine. Just want to confirm that's your preference versus having the scanner do it up front.
Yeah, we would leave it for SSH Whisper to do that. Instead of having to touch the code for the scanner and rebuild everything again just to get that out. SSH Whisper already added to memory, so in the future it would just strip the plus. So that is fine.
Perfect. Lock it in then. Scanner stays as is. Whisper handles the plus, so stripping at EA build time. It's already in SSH Whisper's memory, so future builds will just know to do it. No scanner changes needed. We're good to go. You've got the scanner v6.3. Rock solid, 3 exit types, 130 features, exact formulas, self-looping queue support, trading skill v2.0, autonomous overnight loop, auto build criteria, error handling, external API routing, SH Whisper, handles the plus cleanup, reviews for clarity, builds bulletproof EAs with zero ambiguity. Everything is documented, tested on real data, and integrated. You're ready to spin up those extra VPSs, drop CSVs in, and let the system discover while you sleep. Ready to move forward, or want to lock anything else before you go live with the multi-VPS setup?
I would go multi-VPS this week. At the moment, I am just ensuring that it could read each of these strategies properly. The last 2 strategies that were built were on the daily time frame, and for some reason, MT5 is not backtesting daily time frame properly. So once the forward time frame and the H1 is done, then we could do proper the backtest to see if the backtest does match the scanner. And then once that is done, we could spin up the VPS. We will need to add the SSH functionality to SSH Whisper that was initially the plan. So I could just SSH directly into the VPS from my PC.
Got it. So the sequence is 1, finish validating current scans. That's what in 9 is shown and holds some. Let H4 and H1 finish their runs. You've got AUD and ZD H12 done. AUCAT across multiple TFs running. 2, debug the daily backtest issue in MT5. Something's off with how MT5 is processing daily data versus what the scanner predicts. Once you nail that, you'll know the scanner/MT5 pipeline is solid 3. Validate scanner, MT5 convergence. Run a few finished strategies through MT5 backtests and confirm the win rates and profit match what the scanner said. Then spin up multi-VPS. Once you trust the scanner output, deploy across 2-3 extra VPSs 5. Add SSH Whisper to the VPS mule. So you can SSH directly into each VPS from your PC and manage the scanner queue, monitor logs, Check status without RDPing each machine. That makes sense. Don't scale the infrastructure until you've proven the discovery pipeline is bulletproof. On the daily backtest issue, my guess is MT5's daily backtester handles bar timing or entry exit differently than intraday. Daily bars don't have intraday granularity, so the entry at next bar open logic might be resolving differently. Worth checking if MT5 has a separate daily mode setting or if the entry timing needs adjustment for D1 data. Once H4 and H1 validate clean, we can figure out the daily quirk. Sound right?
Sounds about right. So I think we call that a day. I am about to end the stream as well. That was about 2 hours. We did a lot. So tomorrow we could get back at it once these scans are finished. We have 3 scans running at the moment.
Perfect. You've covered serious ground today. Lockdown Scanner V6.3 with 3 exit types and 130 features. Finalize the trading skill V2.0 with autonomous overnight loop. Debug the daily time frame support. Caught the momentum label clarity issue. And have 3 scans running in parallel on your machines. Next session, wait for H4 and H1 to finish. Validate the daily backtest discrepancy. Confirm scanner. MT5 convergence on a few finished strategies, then you're ready to scale to multi-VPS. Get some rest. The infrastructure is solid, the discovery is working, and you're one validation cycle away from going live at scale. Talk tomorrow once the scans land. Good stream.
All right. So that is it there. Cutting the stream now. Got quite a bit done today. Redid the scanner and made some changes to the knowledge base for SSH Whisper. So we have a couple of scans running at the moment and we'll pick it up tomorrow. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and you can join the Discord. So once I get done with the research, I will upload them to Discord. I'll probably do a video, like a regular video, kind of going through what the scanner is looking for, how it is looking for it, and so it will give a better understanding of how it's coming up with the strategies. So yeah, that is it for now. I'll see you guys in the next video, probably another stream tomorrow.